So hi and welcome. You know how we all have our tables at home with all the crystals and beautiful accessories that go along with our readings? Well, I thought I would let nature provide the table and the accessories today, on this beautiful spring day. So I shuffled these cards and I laid them out. These are the cards we're going to read today. And what we have here quickly is the Hierophant, the Moon, and the Eight of Wands. So, do you see this pile of rocks? I'm going to go sit on top of it and talk about these cards with you. So let's see what the cards have to say about this. We got the Hierophant and then the Moon, the past and the present. So, generally speaking, the message came down that we would adopt a lifestyle of social distancing, etc., etc., and that's like the Hierophant to a fare thee well, with one consideration. And I want to bring this into view right now and see how it falls. It may resonate with you. So let's see how it translates. The Hierophant works very well with, the rules of the road when we adopt an idea that there's divine inspiration, not only available, but in action every step of the way. So, and if you subscribe to that philosophy, then it makes perfect sense that the Hierophant is bringing a message to us that looks in the mundane world like rules of the road, but in fact leads us, or can lead us, let's put it that way, to a higher consciousness with the idea of loving ourselves and loving one another, right? Then enter the Moon card. And by the way, both of these cards with the vice versa deck, there's a front and the back. When we're looking at the front, the way I normally interpret that is that we're outside the situation. We haven't embodied the energies yet. That's good, because we get a chance to look at it today together from that standpoint. Like, we're looking at this, adopting a paradigm shift with regards to another impact from the virus impact on the world. Okay, so then after the Hierophant comes in, lays down the rules, we got the Moon, right? And the Moon can be the card of looking at things in a new light. So obviously, when you look at things that you're accustomed to looking at in daylight and seeing them one way, try looking at them in moonlight and you see a whole different world, right? And that's kind of where this is going for me, that the rules of the road, Hierophant, are being carried out, and by them being carried out, it makes itself into looking at things in a new light, the light of the Moon. And the other part of the Moon that I love is that it's mystery. It's got a deep quality to it of searching within oneself to find answers. The Moon is the world of the interior light, like the reflection of the sun rather than the sunlight itself, the reflection of sunlight. And then last but not least, to make this short and sweet, we got the Eight of Wands. For me, that means a inspiration but an inspiration and a fiery aspect, but not just the standalone, mundane, fiery aspect of inspiration, but rather the 8, the card of the artisan. So having an artistic way to approach loving oneself and loving another. I mean, the way this is going, it looks like the sky's the limit in terms of where we can take this with our love for ourself, our parents, our partner, our lover, our children, everything across the board. The sky's the limit. And we've got divine guidance in two manifestations with the first 2 cards, and then a way to carry it out with the 8 of Wands. So, quick recap. The idea of loving ourselves and loving one another stands a big chance to be converted from the way we used to look at it and view it to a new way of looking at it and viewing it, which, I mean, we're talking about love here, right? So that makes the world a better place just automatically, right? So the idea is that we're getting handed this opportunity from a divine source through the Hierophant, and setting the rules of the road, that lends itself directly into the world of the Moon card, which allows us to look at, once again, divinely inspired, but it allows us to look at things in a new light. I mean, think about this in a simplistic form. In our day-to-day world, what can we do today that makes the world a different place just by the simplest idea of, maybe bringing something to somebody at breakfast that, you might have had them go get it themselves, and you brought it to them today. I mean, the sky's the limit. Use your creative spirit, which we all have one. So, rules of the road, a new way to look at it, and an inspired, fiery way to apply it as an artist. To all my fellow artists, I wish you the best on this glorious day. I hope you can hear the birds singing in the background, providing the music. See you next time. This has been fun.